Fresh and Fit's downfall, in my opinion, has been one of the most entertaining, up there with Nick Rekieta as far as recent ones go, because they both were flying so high, and Fresh and Fit especially were just so full of themselves and so boisterous about it. It's just so satisfying to see them go from that to demonetize and sad. And clearly the lack of money is impacting their relationship. Is as far as I was aware, Fresh or Coconuts, he was pretty much, as far as on the show, was like the sidekick, and he didn't really chip in too much, and when he did, he agreed. He was more of a administrative background guy. But I've seen a few more clips as of recently of them arguing, and this is a pretty good one. They were talking about the Nick Fuentes situation where the old lady knocked on Nick Fuentes' door and he instantly, or rang the doorbell, and he instantly pepper sprayed her or kicked her down the stairs. When they get into it a little bit, I'll just show the clip again. But yeah, so they disagree about this, and it's pretty entertaining because Coconuts kind of mops the floor with Myron. He really does.
So, for those of you that are unaware, Nick Fuentes was arrested earlier today for, for basically battery. And this occurred after a woman went to his house after saying that she was going to go to his house and confront him as a neo-Nazi, etc. After the tweets, he made a tweet that went viral. I think it's like at 100 million now, where after Trump won, he put, "Your body, my choice forever." And obviously it got 100 million views on Twitter. It went fucking crazy on TikTok. Girls were doing duets to it. They were all triggered and mad at him because he said this. And obviously it was kind of funny. But
Obviously.
the left didn't take well to it. So people doxed his address, showed his family members. People were going to his house. People were mailing shit to his house, etc. So this woman decides to show up to his house and knock on a door. And Nick basically pushes her down the steps. It was like 2 steps.
Ready to connect. Click connect to show now.
Pushes her down the steps and maces her. And obviously this got
You are connected as the host.
What's the number?
Welcome, host. You are now in the host room and can manage your callers from the call-in studio web interface.
We'll drop the number for you guys on the screen here in a second.
Yep.
What the heck is this rinky-dink operation? Does that need to be broadcasted to the entire stream? You can't make that just go to the producers?
646-490-0394. 646-490-0394 is the number to call into the show, guys. It's that New York number, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, let's get back to it.
Using this different service. But yeah, so he pushed her down, etc. And he took her phone and ended up giving it back. Cops show up, etc. And now
he says Nick ended up giving the phone back. Yes, after the cops were there, right? Nick actually handed it to a cop who handed it to her. He makes it sound way more voluntary than it was.
A month or so later, he gets arrested for this, right? So probably a detective took on the case. They decided.
Okay, now that we heard his description of it, I'll just show the video.
Hi. Oh my God! What are you doing?
Get the fuck out of here.
You can kind of see her in the back here as he gets up. There she is, just laying on the ground. Yeah, that's a little bit better. And it's all concrete here. And he goes into his dark little dungeon. Yeah, I'll show this again. Look at this in slow motion. I really am not convinced that she rings the doorbell at all. And either way, I mean, he's not reacting to it. This guy is ready at the door to go for her. But watch this. Look at that. Her finger did not touch the doorbell at all. It does not look like. And regardless, he's opening the door that quickly. So he's waiting at the door. to attack this woman. And the pepper spray comes out instantly, sprays it instantly. And then she goes, "Oh, what?" But yeah, we don't need to watch all of that in slow motion. That would take a while.
Decided to prosecute him. He gets arrested. It seems like he's released now. It's a misdemeanor charge, just battery. But I think this speaks volumes to where we are in America. And what I've realized ever since the George Floyd riots and Minneapolis being burned down to the ground, there's been an enormous amount of pressure on DAs and law enforcement to take cases criminally that get national news or notoriety. And obviously, if you Google Nick, the left doesn't like him, right? They label him as a racist.
I mean, it is true that the left does not like him, but also a lot of the right hates him too. If you go on in his Kiwi Farms thread, you can see a lot of right-wing people absolutely despise Nick because they think he's a federal informant.
Whatever racist pejorative term you want to use, right? All these things, which isn't true. We know him in person, etc. But
Which I don't know for sure, but I do tend to believe it because he's gotten caught up in a lot of stuff and really not done any serious time.
you know, the media is the media, right? They call us raging racists and evil people as well. So, you know, we are no strangers to that type of thing. And then also, I'm in a unique position because guess what? I'm one of the few people on the internet that has been through this. I remember when the Asian dog debacle happened, I got thousands of death threats every single fucking day, right?
You're definitely not the only content creator to get that. Every content creator with a following eventually gets a controversy, and you get at least a couple people telling you to end yourself.
People talking shit, people saying they're going to do X, Y, Z, etc. Granted, I'm in Florida, which, you know, this is a stand your ground states where you have no duty to retreat, where versus Illinois is not like that. So, also, I don't, you know, I live in buildings there where there's security, etc. So it's a lot harder for you to, you know, come and confront me. But if you do, it's probably.
Wow, you live in buildings with security? You're not your own security, Myron? Wow, that's not very masculine.
Not going to be a good day for you. But the point I'm trying to make is that I've been in his shoes, and I understand when you're getting threatened. People are saying they're going to kill you. People are mailing things to your house. People are texting you randomly. People are blowing up your phone. You're on edge. You don't know what's going on. You don't know if people are coming up to you to say, "Hey, I love your content," or they're trying to attack you. So obviously, someone will walk.
And just to be clear, this was before the person showed up with a crossbow and a gun. But clearly, even though that was afterwards, it does show that Nick was in his right to feel paranoid and be worried about this because, yeah, some guy who had just killed a family of 3 in some other town drove over to Nick Fuentes' house and rang the doorbell, pistol in hand. Says, "Yo, Nick." So yeah, it makes sense that Nick would be on edge, but why are you opening the door? Why are you removing barriers?
Walking up to his front door, he's like, "What the fuck?" He's gonna be on alert, especially during that period of time. I mean, 100 million views on Twitter, guys, on top of the crazy TikTok notoriety is going to bring out the crazies. So, so I look at it like, yo, this is bullshit. But again, it hit national news. So the DA's office and wherever he lives probably felt pressure to go after him. I mean, at the end of the day, this is him kicking down a 50-year-old plus woman who's an idiot and doesn't understand that there are consequences. Don't fucking show up to someone's house. But
yes, she is an idiot, and you shouldn't go to some doxed internet person's house, even if all you want to do genuinely is debate them on their abortion takes or whatever, whatever it is. It is dumb, but you are also allowed to knock on somebody's door, and until they trespass you, I mean that's just allowed. You can go to somebody's front door, knock on it, and try to talk to them. But as soon as they're trying to get you out of there, telling you to leave and that sort of stuff, then yes, you do have to leave. But nowhere in there are you allowed to beat somebody up or mace them or stab them or hit them with your bullet projector machine.
You look at who Nick is, you look at the press that he has, then you look at the woman, they're going to be like, you know what, let's go ahead and just like, prosecute this case. He's probably more than likely I think he's going to beat this case with a half competent lawyer. He'll be able to articulate like, look, this is self-defense. This woman came to his fucking door, blah, blah, blah. But I think where we are now as a nation is they'd rather prosecute first, ask questions later, and then let the person get exonerated by a jury of their peers, right?
You cannot criticize people acting first and asking questions later while defending Nick Fuentes. Right? He did not ask that woman any questions. He did not do anything to discern her intentions. He just kicked her down the stairs and maced her. Oh, actually, I think I have also a video. I've had the more recent one just to show you. This is the assassin guy, but look at this area where he kicked her down. 1, 2, 3 steps, and it is just all concrete or rocks where she's gonna fall. Like, you fall wrong there, and you're done or seriously messed up. So, I mean, it is fairly lucky that she didn't get hurt more, especially as an old person, right? Like, how how often does an old person fall? I mean, she's not that old where this is a serious thing, but she's getting up there where a fall can hurt her, and definitely a fall down 3 steps onto all concrete.
We've seen this happen in a couple of different cases where there's a use of force, white officer, black individual. They want to go ahead and prosecute that individual and let the court kind of decide it. And if they walk, they walk. At least they can say, look, we prosecuted it. Y'all can't burn the city down. We did our job. And I think this is very similar to that. Yes, it's not a black person, a police officer, but you got a white male who has conservative viewpoints with a feminist woman.
A Mexican male, Hispanic.
Woman who's also one of them, right? So... not surprised.
My question is,
he even said that to the cops. When the cops mentioned something about, I don't remember exactly, but I think they were just saying, people online say you're a white supremacist or something like that. And he said, what? No, how can I be a white supremacist? I'm Mexican. So it's confirmed. Confirmed he's Mexican out of his own mouth.
What force did she apply to him directly? What force?
She came right up to his front door.
But what did she do? Forcefully. Because imagine this, right? So someone walks up to you, they didn't do nothing, you hit them. Who's in trouble? You, right?
Well, she did make a threat right before on YouTube saying, not on YouTube, on Facebook saying like, I'm going to go confront him, whatever.
And do what?
Right, and do what? How is that a threat? I'm gonna go visit this person, right? Like, I get it, it could be an implied threat in certain circumstances, but not when it's just some old lady who has no visible weapons, isn't, making any verbal threats or anything. And then especially her reaction when he opens the door and he's like, oh, jeez. Like, I'm pretty sure somewhere along there you can realize, okay, maybe this is not a threat.
We don't know. And he didn't know.
But if someone's talking to you and you hit them and they didn't touch you, is that self-defense?
Well, why wait and find out?
Right.
But okay, isn't self-defense you defend yourself when they attack you?
Yeah, she went to his house.
But she didn't attack him.
Doesn't matter, went to his house. You don't know what she's going to do. I wouldn't chance it either. Someone shows up at your front door that you don't know on some weirdo shit, like, yeah.
I wouldn't chance it either. So Myron just like, yeah, if I saw a woman as intimidating as that knocking on my door, I'd make quick work of her.
First thing he did was create distance right away.
But okay, hold on.
Pushed her off the thing.
If someone comes to my door, I don't know. I'm not opening the door. Period. If you're gonna do that, like, listen, I'm not saying that he did.
I just try not to open the door for anyone in general, right? Unless you got friends or family coming over, why would you open the door?
It wasn't justified because of his actual threats and all that stuff. I'm just saying she didn't attack him directly. So they can argue and say, listen, she didn't even touch him. He pushed her and maced her.
Good.
And in the court,
I think she's lucky that he only did that.
And in the court, they're gonna argue, oh, it's a
because Nick is something of a maniac. Yeah, she is lucky that that's all that he did, but that does not justify it.
Old lady, that's one of them. Oh, you're cooked. That's
nah. I think if
one of them, they always got to bring up the J boys though. The J boys are truly behind all things bad.
he has a halfway competent lawyer, he'll be able to. Because, bro, you've been getting death threats. Someone shows up at your house. Are you going to sit there and chance it like, oh, yeah, let me open the door and see what she's going to do? No, that nigga gave her the fucking Spartan kick, bro. You know, like.
This is Sparta!
Like, bitch, I'm not going to even give you the chance to do some shit.
Because if I'm smart, he played into their hands directly. Because now they got him dead right.
And also keep in mind, people were mailing shit to his house. So
why open up the door?
People. So like, people on Twitter were making death threats. People were mailing things to him. Okay, but he didn't just kick people. He kicked this one lady.
He don't know what she was doing. Like, hey, don't drop shit off at my front door.
If I see somebody that I don't know or trust, nigga, I'm not opening no damn door. Like, bro, you might kind of shoot me. So if that's the case, like, okay, listen, I'm thinking logically here.
What just happened to him there?
If that's the case, like, okay, listen, I'm thinking.
Look at the faces he's making. What could have possibly been on that microphone?
So if that's the case, like, okay, listen, I'm thinking logically here.
I guess maybe it was a little fruit fly or something. That was weird. He made a strange face there. He was truly perplexed by whatever it was.
I'm in danger from threats and people saying they're gonna do shit to me. Why open up the door? Cool. He opened the door. What do you want? Push and mace.
But remember, people were mailing him a bunch of like poop boxes and shit like that. He probably didn't even want her to drop it off there. Like, people were mailing him shit. Like, I'd be pissed too. Like, yo, I don't want you fucking coming on my front door and leaving shit.
Well, how dumb is that, though, then? You open your door. They can throw something into your house now, right? That's... like, if she would have just had a bucket of paint or poop or whatever, like they're saying, she just chucked that into his house and on him because he opened the door. She would have had to been very, very fast because, like we saw there, Nick was ready. He was very ready to pepper spray her. And I do not think he even gave her the chance to actually ring the doorbell. He was that ready.
Shit here, I don't know you. Like, clearly this bitch don't got a UPS uniform on. So, I don't know. Like I said, I think he was 100% justified and it was I think 1,000% justified. Given the nature of what happened, someone that's been in his shoes before with this type of shit happening before, I 1,000% think that she's lucky she only got Mason kicked. Be honest with you. Now, granted, I think the issue here is that he lives in Illinois.
I mean, if someone's not feeling this whole life thing that much anymore, it seems like they could really get Myron in a lot of trouble just harassing him online and knocking on his door. This guy he's ready to go.
If he did this in Florida, he would have been fine.
My problem is she didn't forcefully attack him or, in any case, incite violence to him, and he attacked her first.
It took me a second to realize how nuts that is that he's saying that.
If he did this in Florida, he would have been fine.
Okay, but that would have meant he killed an old lady who didn't do anything. So why are you using that as that should be a bad thing? Oh, some old lady who knocked on his door while he was getting harassment online just got killed. Huh, that's good. That's why you have the laws to protect yourself, so you can open the door and rain fire upon people who want to debate you.
Problem is she didn't forcefully attack him or, in any case, incite violence to him, and he attacked her first. So
she stepped on his property.
Doesn't matter. She didn't physically attack him.
Doesn't matter. She shouldn't be there.
Is there a sign saying don't trespass? No. So listen, I get it. Imagine this was a mailman that came to his door.
Oh, nigga, that's different.
Hold on.
A mailman.
Follow me here.
Is allowed to walk on your lawn and deliver mail the same as anybody else.
Imagine somebody's there. He may not know why they're there, and he's triggered because of his death threats and attacks them. Isn't that the same thing?
No, not at all. Because the mailman has a duty to be there. He has a right to be there. He's supposed to be there. He's fulfilling a obligation to his job. He's wearing a uniform. He's clearly a distinguished member of society. That this is his job. Like, this is some random bitch showing up to his house.
What if it's a surveyor? See, I'm just saying.
Come on, nigga.
But before you said she messaged saying that she was going to go there. So she's not random. She's the woman who messaged him saying she was going to show up, right?
Hold on.
Come on, Fresh.
Hold on.
Come on, man.
I know you like him, but I'm putting logic here. If someone comes to your door that you don't know, you open it and attack them, doesn't matter.
Why does Coconuts have toys here? He has this weird little rumble stick. I didn't desk toy, desk ornament. I'm not sure. And then he has this black Santa's elf here or something. That's weird. I get if you have stuff in the background for your set like that. It's weird that you have it right in front of you as if you want to be ready to play with it. I go back. I wasn't listening though.
Hold on.
Come on, Fresh.
Hold on.
Come on, man.
I know you like him, but I'm putting logic here. If someone comes to your door that you don't know, you open it and attack them, doesn't matter if you're getting threats or not. It just matters that you hit them first.
Nah.
Then
Self-defense, man. Again, this is Illinois.
he's in.
So that's why we're even having this discussion.
I can't tell. Is it just that Myron likes Nick and he's loyal to him, or does he actually believe these? Because these opinions are unhinged to me. I know there are people who really do feel this way, and I was reading them on Kiwi Farms. There's lots of people who are like, yeah, get her, Nick, good job. They were in the minority, and people people disagreed with them pretty vocally there, but there were people who thought that, and it's so crazy to me to hear people actually justify that. It's genuinely, all she did is the same thing that a delivery guy would do. Up until that point, that's all that she had done is just walk up to his door and ring the doorbell, or attempt to ring the doorbell.
In Florida
is different.
he would have been good.
But
He could have like kicked that bitch, like get the fuck out of here, and been fine.
But that's not Florida.
It's Illinois. But again, I think, because here's the thing, what it's going to come down to is, did he act reasonably? I think 100% he acted reasonably. When they actually establish all the facts of
Well, did he act reasonably? Or I mean, I guess you're saying if a reasonable person's life would have felt threatened. But I mean that's a hard sell. That's a hard sell. I guess that's what he's probably saying. I I just don't see it that way. That's nuts to me.
what was going on, and this is again on Nick's team, defense team, to show, when he shows all the death threats, all the people showing up at his door, all the people that mailed him shit, etc., it's justifiable because people are mailing shit to his door. Like literally, like there's a service out there that they can mail like shit to someone's house. See, like a poop box.
Here's the issue.
It's probably like,
Okay, there's no, unless it's an illegal service, there's no way. If you're handling that that's a biohazard. You have to have certain licenses or something, clearance to do that. You can't just mail human excrement like that and make it a real business.
bro, I don't want this shit on my front door, and open the door. Bitch, get out of here. Boom.
Here's the issue. We could have our opinion all day that is justified. In the court system, he hit her first. Now, granted,
Okay, wait a minute, Coconut. So, do you think that it is actually morally justified? It's just the law? So, I thought this was going to be a point in your favor, this debate here. But if you're now saying morally you're down with what he did, but it's just the law, I can't give you a point for that take.
who's in the court system? People that don't like him. So what's going to happen is, it's just my point of view, you play it into their hands. Because now what's happening now is that you are now in the process of their discretion. And now that you're in their discretion, I can just say, because I don't like the guy, you know what? He had an old lady that is of this descent, and he's been saying this shit online about these people. Got your ass now. That's what I'm going to say. Because I'm thinking 10 steps ahead. He played into their hands, man. 100%.
No, half
10 steps ahead? That is not 10 steps. That's I mean, what is it? 2 steps? 1 step, I assault someone unprovoked. Step 2, I get punished by the law.
halfway decent lawyer will be able to fight this. Halfway decent lawyer will be able to fight
But they
this.
don't play fair, bro.
Yeah, and again, remember, this is a misdemeanor bullshit charge, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I think this was more done from a political angle to save face for the district attorney's office. This is probably going to get dismissed or, you know, I mean, if I was Nick, I would fight all the way. I'd get a lawyer. I'd go to trial on this shit. I'm not letting y'all fucking convict me of battery, even though it's a misdemeanor, and try to paint me as like some dude that just like attacked a random woman. Like, no, this bitch went to my front door looking for trouble. She posted on Facebook about it first. She clearly was there to antagonize me. She went on my property that I own and tried to start an issue. I had been getting death threats, etc.
Yeah, I mean, she probably was trying to antagonize you. You're allowed to do that, though. You're allowed to go knock on somebody's door and challenge them to a debate. You just are. And is it dumb to do that to some online personality when their dox gets really popular on Twitter? Yes, it's very dumb, and you should not do that. But Myron, you're truly insane. You are an insane person.
Person given, how would a reasonable person behave? Any reasonable person would have responded to that degree to some.
It makes me kind of afraid. Like, I knew that people loved guns and were all about your right to defend yourself and stuff. Before I moved to Florida, but my goodness, I'm just glad that they live in Miami because that's a bit of a drive where I'm at in Jacksonville. But I'm sure there are people in Jacksonville that feel like this. They just don't have podcasts.
Responded in that way to some degree. And she's lucky she only got kicked and a mace.
I would have came on recording.
Like, what if Myron loses his wallet and I go to return it? Am I risking my life to return that wallet to him? I don't think I can chance it. For my own safety, I'd have to keep his wallet.
Not pepper spraying.
But you don't know if she got a weapon or whatever, bro. That's why the first thing you did was create distance.
This is why I wouldn't open up the door.
I think once you're on someone's property, bro, like you're basically cooked. Like you have no.
So he's not even responding to what Coconut said there.
I would have came on recording, not pepper spraying.
But you don't know if she got a weapon or whatever, bro. That's why the first thing you did was create distance.
This is why I wouldn't open up the door.
I think once you're on someone's property, bro, like you're basically cooked. Like you have no.
No, I agree.
So that Coconut says that's why I wouldn't open the door, and Myron says no. As soon as they're on my property, that's enough. Just sit on the porch with a shotgun, wait for people to take one step onto your property and blast them, just because you can.
She shouldn't have been there, period. But then your next step is to then attack. I don't know, bro. Because that, bro.
Nigga said call the police. Do you guys know what the response time is? Like for the cops in Chicago, you stupid fucks.
It's late.
But what, is she gonna break down the door? Why does that matter? How much time it takes? And also, the cops did show up the next time around. All right, they got the guy that was saying "Yo, Nick" at his front door. All right, he's no longer with us. So the cops do show up and do stuff sometimes. And if it's some woman who has no ability to break down your door and is not trying to at all, you got all the time in the world. Even if that woman was trying to break down his door. I reviewed his house in my last video about Nick Fuentes. It's a nice house. I'm sure that's a quality door on there. She's not breaking down that door.
Very late.
Nigga, they're not gonna show you. Call the cops, bro. They're not showing up. Are you fucking serious? Someone said call the cops. Yeah, you could call the cops. He probably did. To be honest with y'all, he probably did. But I'll tell you guys this right now: Chicago PD.
What the interview post interaction with the old lady, interview with cops and stuff. He said he didn't. He said he didn't call the cops that time because he had called the cops for other people and they didn't do anything. But up until that point, he hadn't had any interactions, like physical interactions. They're just being annoying and obnoxious out in front of his house. So, yeah, like The cops probably aren't going to be rushing to show up for that in Chicago, because that's where he lives. They're not going to be going as fast as they can to, oh, this guy's got people protesting him in his front yard. But if somebody's trying to break down your door, that'll probably work. You probably have neighbors calling too. You probably get the cops there for that.
Ain't showing up, bro. Like in a reasonable hour, in a reasonable.
But just to reiterate, Nick said in that interview with the cops that he did not call the cops that time around. They did not get called until after he pepper sprayed her and kicked her and took her phone.
Amount of time, especially for someone at your front door. Niggas got murders going on. Anyone that lives in a major city fucking knows this shit. You call the cops for something like that, response time is slow, bro. Super slow. Anyone that lives in New York City, Chicago, any of these crime-ridden fucking blue cities, bro, cops ain't showing up for a minute, man.
What do you mean blue cities? Cities are blue. That's where the blue people live.
But fuck you, Anonymous. Dude said, murder, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, you bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, that was a good impression. That was a funny voice he did there. I want to hear that again.
Fuck you, Anonymous. Dude said, murder, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, you bitch ass nigga. Like you don't know shit. I love when dude talking shit from an anonymous account.
Isn't it funny? People are fighting about our opinions.
Yeah, man. Fuck out of here, man.
How is that funny? What else are they supposed to do in the chat than react to what's going on the stream? Are they just supposed to say, I love Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit is a good show. Yeah, they're they're gonna comment on what they're watching. Coconuts. Wait, yeah, I think both of you guys are losing at least 1 point after this. It was a terrible performance by both of you. And I think, so, it's hard to say because I've been arguing with Myron so much here too. I don't even really remember how much Coconuts has said against Myron. But yeah, not enough to get a point. And now you're losing one. You're on track to lose at least 1 point.
Oh man, listen, bro. We can agree to disagree on certain things, man. And either way, bro, we wish him the best. You know.
Yeah. I would fight if I were him. He's in the right, bro.
I think she shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Yeah, fuck that
but
bitch.
His response to it was not the best response. Just to be fair, I think because violence without violence back to you is kind of like an L. Because now
that's driving me nuts. Look at how long he plays with this microphone here.
Our opinions.
Yeah, man. Fuck.
Just fix it once. Right away. This is like when somebody tries to open a bag of chips or candy quietly. And so they do it super, super slowly and it just never ends. It just goes on and on and on. And just adjust the microphone. What, are you nervous? You just fidgeting to fidget? There we go. My goodness. That was a very maladjusted microphone, apparently.
Because now you're the one that started violence, and it's a woman, bro. And she's of that descent. Oh man. See, the problem is, bro, is they're gonna frame.
And she's of that descent. It all comes back to the J-boys with these people. It's just such a pathetic mentality. Where, there's just these powerful people who they're constantly going to ruin your life. And I'm not saying there aren't people at the top who don't care about you or whatever, but just do what you can given the rules of life. You're just constantly going to complain about these ultra powerful people you can do nothing about. Wait, to warn people? People are warned, all right? People have been sufficiently warned about the J-boys. So what are you doing? What is the point of just woe is me, I'm being thwarted by the J-boys. That's why I'm not happy. Come on, it's pathetic.
Frame it. I know they're gonna frame it as she's like this. She's old. You pushed her and you maced her. Oh hell no. And we know how they think. So you just played it right into their hands. Like, oh, we got you now. But I mean, it is a misdemeanor. So
Gotcha, bitch.
We're not that bad, but.
Yeah, I think men. I think you have a right to defend your home.
Also, I don't like hitting women. Period. So
he does play with them like as if they were toys. he was fidgeting with the rumble stick a little bit, and now he's picked up the black Santa elf and is moving it around as if it were a little guy.
That's my stance on that. I will never hit a woman. Now, if she's gonna attack me, that's different. But if she's not attacking me, then record. What do you want? I'm recording you right now. What do you want? Cool. Nothing. Goodbye. Or just keep the door closed.
No, that's not work. But I was imagining it was the elf saying those things instead of coconuts, because he's moving the guy around as if it was kind of a character, doing kind of lazy video game animations or whatever to make it look like they're talking.
But if she's not attacking me, then record. What do you want? I'm recording you right now. What do you want? Cool. Nothing. Goodbye. Or just keep the door closed. It's self-defense. Nigga, how did she hit him? Hold on.
People are gonna have their views, bro. It's fine. They're saying L Myron in the chat too, which is fine. Niggas are gonna have their views. It's fine.
Tell me logically, dumbass, if someone's not attacking you, how's that self-defense? Please, Google what it means as self-defense.
So you're willing to call the chatter a Dumas for having the same opinion as your co-host. Why would you not say that to your co-host? You're just to say, oh, we can agree to disagree. Not very masculine of these guys. Yeah, I forgot. I don't think I said either. That's also very, very not masculine of them to pathetically blame all of their problems on some powerful people they're not going to do anything about, other than warn people.
And then you tell me if someone just standing there not attacking you, is that self-defense? It's not, because now you're the aggressor. You attacked her first, so what are you, the aggressor? Like, they could, like, are you retarded? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, I agree, coconuts, but why did you not have this energy for your co-host? I mean, he already got you guys demonetized on YouTube, really. What do you have to lose? At this point, I really would just be focusing on the other streams of income that I have and just stop doing the show. I mean, you've thoroughly ruined your reputation. How long do you want to drag it out? Just figure something out so you can... I mean, at this point, bowing out gracefully you're way beyond that. But as gracefully as you can at this point, just get another job and do that.
No, I'm just saying though, bro. Like, anyhow, we'll see what happens in the future. But I think he played into their hands, honestly. So,
all right. We got the don't we got a phone call? Yeah, let's put the number up. Let's handle first a few phone calls first.
Cool.
Guys, call on the show 646-490.
Is this phone call? Are they calling about Nick Fuentes? I'd be interested in hearing them.
0394. Give your takes on all these situations. What do we? Whether it's shit with Nick, Hawk Tuah. All right, what do you got?
Oh, they said Hawk Tuah. That's right, because the title of this one is Hawk Tuah girl exposed for making millions. Oh, it's a stream, so it's messed up there. But just as a side update, Haley Welch finally responded, because after all of the Hawk Tuah scam coin stuff blew up, she was on some live stream and she took some questions, but as soon as somebody asked her a serious question, she's like, well, guys, I gotta go to bed, get my beauty sleep. Have a good night. Bye. I'll talk to you tomorrow. And then she proceeded to not talk to anybody tomorrow or the next days. And this was December 20th. She says, I take this situation extremely seriously and want to address my fans, the investors who have been affected, and the broader community. I am fully cooperating with and am committed to assisting the legal team representing the individuals impacted, as well as to help uncover the truth, hold the responsible parties accountable, and resolve this matter. If you have experienced losses related to this, please contact Berwick Law using the link below. So just no answers, and yeah, well, it'll be resolved legally or something, maybe. Oh, I'm so entertained by it. I mean, just what an awesome career to have online. Just you make a stupid joke about performing a degenerative act. I don't think it's necessarily degenerate, is it? Fully? Regardless, you make a joke about that, and Jake Paul gets you a podcast. You're making a bunch of money. I've heard people say it was in the top 10 most listened podcasts for a while. And then she does a crypto scam. Like, just make bank off of doing absolutely nothing and then dip from the internet. That's what she should do. And that would be just a great heist, really, if she was able to pull that off without doing any time.
All right. 9356, you are up. 9356, you are up.
Hey, what's up? I got a question off topic. If y'all could do a breakdown on Ronald Reagan's presidency and also like.
He says off topic. I don't want to hear any off topic. What are these timestamps here? Is there anything? Is it okay to red pill my teachers and tell people that the. Oh, okay, no, that's definitely right. Do not talk about this Fugazi. Guys in debt, ugly privilege. Okay, so it looks like that's all they got, really. But I enjoyed that. It is a little bit of a bummer that wasn't able to fully give Coconuts a point for a good performance there, because it does seem like he thinks morally Nick Fuentes was okay to kick the old woman down the steps and pepper spray her. He just thinks legally Nick doesn't have an argument. So, nah, that's not really a good enough take in my opinion. It was clearly, just watch it one more time. It's just such an obvious excessive use of force.
What are you doing?
Get the fuck out of here.
Hi. Oh my God! What are you doing?
Get the fuck out of here.
Just leaves her there on the concrete. What a menace to society, this Nick Fuentes guy, huh? But yeah, it's I can understand if you criticize the woman and say she's dumb and she shouldn't be there, and I can totally, even if you say you have no sympathy for her, this happening to her, considering she didn't sustain any serious injuries or whatever, that I can get a little bit more. I still disagree and think just insane to do this to this woman when you could just leave the door shut and let the cops handle it, like he did when the guy showed up with a crossbow and a gun.